Take 20 and action.
Welcome back to Delboy's Garage. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year everyone. We are going to do part 8 of Project Heat Shield today. And I'm going to reverse and go back to the camera because this is so difficult. It takes too long. So stick around, stay tuned, see what happens.
Right, watch out.
Normality resumes.
Maybe like that. It's not so easy, is it?
No.
No. Right. Now with this mesh, first thing. Oh, by the way, Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome back. This has been a fun project. This is part 8 now. It's going to be, it's going to look pretty cool, I think. One of the nicest comments that I've had on all of the comments on all 8 parts of this, in fact, for a very long time, especially on all of the Triumph video, there's been somebody recently said, nice to see that you can do decent quality high-end stuff and not just matte black and rat. That means a lot. It really does, purely because I've done a lot of rat stuff, but I've been building bikes, modifying my bikes for absolutely years, and shortly Penny Pitstop, old Mrs. Take 20, she is persuading me to go and do a montage. So we're going to go through all the photographs right back to when I was just sweet 16 on my little 50cc moped, which I did loads of stuff to, and obviously just do a montage for you so you can see just some of the projects that we've done, a little bit of a collection, nothing much really, not meant to be too gauche, but there we go. Anyway, look, this mesh stuff, as y'all can see, is extremely flexible, stays where you put it. It's made of aluminium or aluminum depending on where you're from, and it's an expanded mesh, and by that what they do is they take a sheet of metal, run a roller cutter across it to cut all these little slices, then they expand it like that to make it into the mesh. You can see how it works. Now because of that, that means that it stretches, and you can actually make little domes and stuff. So what came to my mind was, if you look across there, look at the profile of those, what I've been able to do is actually push up into the holes from underneath and bring them up slightly so that there's a little bit more of a 3D effect, which kind of shows them they're almost level with the surface of the hole, which gives it, like I said, a little bit of a profile. So I haven't done these other ones yet. All you need to do on the back, carefully, because the very, very last thing in the world you would possibly want to do is rip through it. I don't think you would. I think you'd have to have a thumb like Garth to get through there, but just gently, you can feel it. When you press on the back, you can feel the mesh move just a little bit, and it just gives that little bit of profile to it, which makes it, I think, look nicer than if it sits flush below the hole. That makes it look like you've just stuck it on the back, and as soon as you press it, you can feel it. It moves really easily. Look at that one. It just domes up on the inside, and I kind of like that effect. It's quite nice, and you're just stretching the stuff to its maximum. There we go. Is that one too? Let's do these ones. Just gives it a little bit of a curve, and in my opinion, slightly 3D, a bit more organic. I don't know, fancy terms you like. Hey, that's a bit better. Just maximising the look. Okay, right, now I've got to put these back on now, just to see what they look like. So many of you have said such fantastic things about how they look really great. Well, on the bench, I agree, they do. I was a little bit worried. Many of you have said I was really unsure about the gold and the black together, but actually quite like it. And somebody very special said it even just this morning. One of our friends said wasn't really sure about this colour, but yep, think it's okay after all. But I agree. I had concern. I'll stand up and say that. The problem with black and gold is, if you overdo it, you make it look like an Arab's Mercedes. Just uncool, you know, too much bling and gold and not very subtle. So I've got to do it subtle. JPS, Norton, the whole John Player Special race colours on the black, it's just got to be in it. But too much, push it too far, and like I said, you make it look like something from Abu Dhabi, and I don't want that. So the first thing before we do anything else, I've got to put all the rubbers back in, and that's these little rubbers in here. Actually, no. Cut. Take 2. That's not the first thing you do. What I've actually got to do first is I've got to join that one back to that one. That's the first task. So I don't clank these together. Pop those there out of the way. And it's time to rivet those two back into one piece. Right. I managed to acquire for myself some body panel rivets. They're a little bit different to the regular steel rivet that you get, which is more of a shiny bling mild steel thing, zinc coated. These are actually made of alloy. So this head is bigger, beefier and softer and it goes in more neatly, and it'll fill behind that there. It'll make a fatter lump that won't pull out, which is pretty cool. Not that I think they'll pull out anyway. So, rivetage. Very, very careful indeed. Double check the surface. It's so easy, little tiny bit of swarf, that's all it takes. Trash it all. So frightened of just putting these on the wrong way up. Right, that's the way. Like that. Up, up. Like that. This is the kind of thing that you do. You do it. You will do it. You'll make that mistake one day. There we are. Pop the other one in, just as a reserve. Here it is. Lovely. And the last one. I really don't like this method of connection, but there is no way to get a thread into that secondary heat shield. Oh dear. Ow. Okay. Here we are. That's a bit better. Okay. Now in here, the reason I left that heater on was on these rubbers, so they're a little bit softer, and I'm going to do them without any form of lubricant, because I reckon they'll just go in nicely. Now these are just little grommets with an insert, steel insert, so that you can't over tighten them. And if you heat them up first, you don't need any lubricant or oil or red rubber lube or anything like that to pop them in by hand. There we go. Then your little insert goes in there, so you can't over tighten it. Right, there's the first one. Next one. There's a lot to be gained from just softening them up by heat. You can use boiling water as well. That will soften up the grommets like you wouldn't believe. Any rubber item, any rubber seal, just warm them up. Real careful putting it back in. Don't use any tools at all, because you just know if you use a tool, a screwdriver or something to lever that in, you just know what's going to happen. You're going to scratch it. God damn. Don't get tempted. That's it. There we are. That's right, it's too late now. Keep you warm. That's it. I've got to say, there is an enormous pride in this part of any project, the final rebuild, whether it be just doing your heat shields or whether it be a full build from a frame up. That's now ready to fit. Okay, tools. One tool. Steady. Right. Now there's a little bit of a squeeze to get them in, because they give you these little rubber shoes which go on there. And it's quite a squeeze to get them to fit. Just have to wriggle them on. Kind of prefer the Harley Davidson method of clamping them round with clamps, but I guess that one always works. That's it. I'm sure there's also a torque setting for these, but not interested. This hand tight's good. There we go. Right, that's it. And the last one. So this really is the time that you can enjoy the most about any build, is that fabulous final reassembly. But it really is also the time when you can make a cock up that can send you back down to halfway through the project to have to repaint something. So just take your time and enjoy it, savour it. Savour that lovely stand back look. Don't take any chances with anything. That's it, there we go. Right, let's give it a buff over. Okay, just using some of this Harley Davidson denim paint cleaner. It's good stuff. It's part degreaser, part cleaner, and it will take off any residues that are on there, including grease off your skin, and just hopefully prevent any marks from forming when it gets hot. I'm just presuming this probably won't get too hot, but we don't know. Actually, as yet we don't know whether or not this glue will just delaminate, come straight off and go everywhere, just fall off. But it is heat proof. It is designed for metal to metal. So we don't know. We shall see when we get outside. What do you reckon, Pen?
That's cool.
Outside?
I like it.
Fire it up. Let's go.
It's so sunny today.
Ooh. Pump is empty. Donations of a bigger garage. Gratefully accepted. Right, that's it. I like it. Whether or not I stay gold, whether or not I just blow a coat of black over that, remains to be seen. It is quite bright at the minute, but anodised stuff does tend to dull down. I'm hoping that it will a little bit. If not, like I said, quick coat of black and it will all look even better, so I'm not sure. That will be for the future. The one thing that's important with this is that the alternative was an arrow exhaust, and I couldn't afford one. Well, it's
715 quid.
That's just so much money, isn't it? And even if
It's a
you
lot of
save,
money.
it is, isn't it? It's just so much money. A full thunder header system for a Harley Davidson's about 450 quid. So it's nearly double that, and it's just one pipe, a connector, and two headers. 4 pieces of tubing, £715. Don't accept it, it's just too much money. The product is overpriced probably by about 100%, in my personal and humble opinion. How I be to criticise Triumph, but the principle is it stopped us buying one. It's not so much the purchase of it, you could save the money up and you could buy one and you'd have it and you'd be happy until you dropped it on its right hand side and scuffed it and flattened it all off, and then what are you going to do? £715. And you just know they wouldn't sell the silencer on its own, don't you? You just know they wouldn't. You just know it's a full purchase all the way through. So what can you do? You're going to make obviously something different. The D&D slip-ons work pretty much the same as this. They're about £450, but these honestly, we looked them up, didn't we? How much are these, Pen? Pair of these?
Oh, 55 quid each.
They're about that. I think you pay about £100 for these 2 universals. That's it. They're just universal reverse cone megaphones. Go on eBay, search them. I made the link pipes for them. There's other ways around it. I could have bought some little curved pieces of tubing and welded them up. There's a lot of ways you do it. Do it all yourself. The principle is use what you have and use a bit of ingenuity and make something different. Painting these up has blended them in so it looks like a complete exhaust, and I'm quite happy with that. The total spend on this entire job, these pipes are a very, very kind gift from my amazing mate, my great friend Johnny Cactus Zero. He gave these to me as a bit of a gift. We've exchanged some bits and pieces and some other stuff to come, which is all cool, but because of that I didn't pay them. If they'd been bought, the whole cost of this job, front to back, including paint, would have been less than £200. Done and dusted, finished, fitted, including things like Jubilee clips, sealant, paint, clamps, gauze, mesh glue, everything, less than £200. So you can do it. They sound fantastic. The baffles inside them don't have any wadding in there at the minute. If that becomes too much, I can slide them out, wrap some of that good old-fashioned wadding round, put them back in, and that'll boff them down quite a great deal. So there we go.
Remap Monday.
Remap on Monday, up at 3 Cross. Now they've said, I haven't asked them about filming it. I desperately want to. I want to take you with me. We're not going to do the GoPro thing going up there because that's pointless. We're going to see if they'll let me take the camcorder into the workshop. There's 2 people to ask. Really, I've got to ask 3 Cross Motorcycles as a company whether they have a policy that they'll allow filming on their premises, and I've got to ask the technician himself or herself whether or not they're happy for me to film them at work. Now that is something you must absolutely respect. If they don't want to know, I'm not even going to ask them if I can. I'm going to ask them how they feel about being filmed. They may say, not me mate. It is sometimes something that people don't like, being on camera and so on. I'm certainly not going to do it in secret. That would be completely offensive and appalling, and I would never do that. So if they give their permission for me to film, I will be videoing the remap, what they do. I'll try and sell it to them. You know, it's going to go on YouTube. It's going to go out to potentially 11,000 viewers. So it could well be that that's a great one for the next time. But I'm going to do my best. It will certainly run a bit. It runs fine now. It will certainly run a bit better once it's all done. So there we are. Anything else, Ben?
Nope.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your amazing support over the last 12 months. Absolutely chuffed with where we've come with this so far. And we've got lots to go yet. So stick around. Stay tuned, as they say. And we'll see what happens from this one on. Next one after the remap will be the suspension. Got something really exciting for you for that. Take it easy. Enjoy the new year. Don't drink too much. Well, do if you like. Ride safe. See you next time. And take 1.
Welcome back to Delboy's garage. That was wrong.
And take 2.
Welcome back. Happy New Year. Gonna get.
And take 3.
Welcome back to Delboy's garage. I forgot the name of the garage then.
Well, ain't hard, is it? Okay, take 4.
Welcome back to Delboy's garage. Happy New Year. Gonna get Monkey Boy to fit his exhaust today. And then. What?
And take 7. Go.
Welcome back to Delboy.
Take 9.
Welcome back to Delboy's garage. I've given Monkey Boy camera duty for a second. But this bit's really difficult. We're going to finish the exhaust. No!
Go. Take 11.
Welcome back to Delboy's garage. I've given Monkey Boy the camera so you can see how difficult this is. This is even harder.
12.
Welcome back to Delboy's garage. You got me for a change for 5 minutes. We swapped over so you can see how difficult this is. And it's very difficult. That's all wrong.
Take 14.
It's me! Merry Christmas, Happy New Year everyone. We're going to crack on today with Project 8 heat shields. So you made me do the intro today. Taking forever. We better get cracking with the heat shields.
Take 15.
Welcome back to Delboy's Garage. This is project.
Right, ready? And take 16. Go.
Welcome. Oh, just keep it going.
Just keep rolling, keep rolling. Right, take 17. Go.
Welcome back to Delboy's Garage. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone. We're doing part 8, Project Heat Shields, today. And I'll go back to the camera, because this is so difficult. Stick around, let's see what happens.
Hey. Okay. Right, final one. Take. You ready? Take 17.
Welcome back to Delboy's Garage. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Oh, for God's sake!